All right, so here comes the first thing, all right? After reading this problem, okay, you got to figure out what numbers go into what places on this big formula that you're seeing here, right? Okay, so the first question becomes this. How much is T sub naught? Okay, so 280? Okay. Everybody agree with 280 or no? We're good? All right, sure enough, you know what? You're right. It's 280. Okay, so T sub naught means the beginning temperature. Okay, now how much is T sub R? Okay, 80. So that's the temperature of what? The temperature around it, right? Does it say it's 80 degrees outside? You're right, exactly right. That's what it is. So look what we're going to do. We're going to put 80 in for T sub R and put 80 in for T sub R. And we'll go slowly through it. Okay, so now you're going to write this down, right? E, right? Okay, now, how much is R, little r? Okay, negative 0.0048 is what you're going to put in there. And sure enough, that's what you're going to see up there. There it is, negative 0.0048. Okay, now how much is little t? Okay, so how much is little t? Hey, that's right, it's little t. That's what you're solving for. You're solving for little t. So there you go. That's what you're solving for. All right, so then how much is big T? Okay, 230, right? That's the temperature you want it to be so you can start the car again. Okay, very good. So you see that? So the first thing is you got to be able to set it up, right? Because without being able to set this up correctly, you can't solve it. Okay, so everybody understands how the values that go in there. Okay, all right, now your job is to solve for little t, right? Okay, all right, so here we go. Just as plain and simple as can be. What's the first thing you would do to get little t by itself? Subtract 80. Okay, very good. So that is correct. You would subtract 80. So here we go. I'm subtracting 80 from both sides. Right? Okay, so I subtracted 80 from the right, and I subtracted 80 from 230, right? Which gives me 150. Okay, everybody good there? And you write down that step. Okay, let me ask you this now. Okay, what's the next thing you're going to do to get the little t by itself? Well, yeah. Well, first of all, you got to do 280 minus 80, right? All right. So the next thing you do is take care of the parentheses. 280 minus 80, right? Which gives you 200, right? Okay, so there's that. So once again, subtract 80 from both sides, and then subtract the 80 inside the parentheses. Okay, all right, now, so what's the next thing you're going to do to get the t by itself? Divide by 200. You guys are doing beautiful right now. You're saying everything correctly. That's exactly right. Divide by 200. So what's 150 divided by 200? What's that? Oh, yeah, but we're going to use decimals. 0.75 is correct. Very good. Very good. So you get this next. Okay, now let me ask you this question. Once you get to here, all right, you're in exponential form now, right? Everybody see that? Okay, so what is it you have to use? If you start off as exponential, that means you're going to end up as being logarithmic, right? Okay, so what's the next step you're going to use? Natural log, right? So you're going to go ln it, right? Okay, that's exactly right. That's the next step is go ln it now. You're set up to do that. Okay, so there's that now. So you go ln the left and ln the right, okay? You guys are doing great. Okay, now what's the next thing we're going to do to get t by itself? Very good. Okay, so you're going to swing the exponent, right? Okay, like is what we say. Okay, so we're going to swing the exponent. It's exactly right. That's what you do. So here we go. Now I swung my exponent to the front. Okay, now what's the next thing we're going to do to get t by itself? Yeah, take away the ln e. ln e becomes 1, right? So you just let it drop off, fades away, right? So here's what we get next. Okay, we get this, right? Good job. You're doing great. Okay. Yeah. So now it's simple as can be, right? So what do now? You punch into the calculator. ln 0.75 divided by negative 0.0048, right? Okay, and it says, the instructions say round it to the whole minute. So that means the ones place, right? So you guys tell me now, what's the answer going to be? All right, so you guys getting 60 then? Is everybody getting 60? You're exactly right. That's the answer. The answer is 60 minutes right there. There you go. You got it. Exactly right. There is, yeah, it's very multi-step in nature. Okay, all right, here, let me stop the film. Okay, so here's the formula they give you on, for example, 2. All right, so tell me this, how much is M? 12, you see, easy. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so simple, I put 12 in there. Okay, there you go, there's 12. All right, and how much is D? That's right, that's what you're solving for, you don't know. Very good, it's correct. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now let's go through the steps now. Okay, what's the first thing we do to solve for D? Subtract 2, look at there, no brainer. Okay, so you're going to get 10, right? Subtract the 2, you get 10. Okay, now what's the next thing you would do to solve for D? Divide by 5. Beautiful, is right. So 10 divided by 5 gives you 2, right? Okay, so there's 2 equals log D. Okay, now here we go again. Now the log is by itself. In order to solve a logarithmic, you have to use exponential, right? Okay, so what's this missing?
10.
All right, very good. The log 10, very good. You got to put the base in there. Very good. So let's put the 10 in there. There's a 10 in there. Good job by Reagan. Okay. Okay, now tell me what the steps are. To solve this, what do? Drop the log and make the switch. Okay, that's what you're going to see now. Drop the log, make the switch, right? Okay, so tell me what you're going to write down. D equals 10 squared. How much is 10 squared? 100. So D equals 100 millimeters, right? Beyond simple. That's the second problem. I know, it's super simple, isn't it? It looks like it's hard, it's not. Okay, all right, so here's the thing now with homework, right?